Do we give any merit to the Nolan Arenado rumors? Was I on to something with my dumbass prediction a couple of months or a couple of weeks ago, whatever the heck it was? We know the man wants to be traded. Nobody wants to play for St. Louis right now. The Cardinals' philosophy is not what it used to be, Cardinals way. They would probably like to move that contract. He's from Southern California. He's always wanted to play for LA.
And he posted this, and everybody lost their shit. Oh, wait, not that one. This one. This is the one right here. Posted on his Instagram a photo, a reel, whatever the hell you call those, a slideshow with his family and doing things. And that new Kendrick Lamar song, Dodger Blue, pops up, and everybody's like, oh my God, Nolan Arenado's being traded to the Dodgers. And I will tell you, one of the first things I thought of was like, I really want this to happen because I want to see you take a much-deserved victory lap for at least being on to something, because I thought entering this offseason...
At least a third part of the equation, a third of the equation.
That he
33.3% of the equation is something that I could be correct on. Okay, so we know that Edman is staying, and we know that Muncy's probably staying, right? But I mean, listen, I am not gonna poo-poo Nolan Arenado in a Dodger uniform. That to me is the one player that could come and completely revitalize himself and completely have that like passion again to give you the numbers that you are wanting from Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, we got a comment right here from our friend Phil Fontaine. Actually, don't know how he pronounces the last name. It's spelled Fountain, but he says Arenado makes no sense at all, and I disagree with that because he's still it was a down year in 2024, but it's still Nolan effing Arenado. He's still a year younger than Max Muncy. I love Max, but if you can make like a seismic improvement at third base and add one of the best defensive third basemen of all time, even at 34, he's still better, than Max Muncy as a third baseman. And Max made some massive strides as a 3B.
Oh, is that right? Right? Huh.
But then there's the Max factor. Like he's one of these.
I'm not saying you have to trade Max.
But if you don't, where do you play Max Muncy? Yeah, he can play some first. They have a guy.
Dylan McKay in our chat said move Muncy to left field. Obviously, that's tongue in cheek. I mean, haha. It's a funny haha from Dylan McKay. I don't know where you put Max. I love Max, but I'm just saying I'm not like anti Nolan Arenado in a Dodger uniform. I don't know. Listen, I don't have any answers. I just have options. I just don't have any So it's not my money. I can spend money with the best of them.
Yeah, the whole idea is you want to get the team better on paper, but at the same time, there's important factors in that clubhouse, and there are few more important factors in that Dodger clubhouse than Max Muncy these days. Like, he is the front-facing guy. He is the Justin Turner. Yeah, he needs to stay. And again. Nolan Arenado, phenomenal player. Would love to see Nolan Arenado finally be a Los Angeles Dodger. We were told several years ago that it would be done by Christmas. He would be a Dodger. Of course, Dick Monfort is a moron, another moron owner running the Colorado Rockies. Did not trade him there. Took a worse deal to send him to the St. Louis Cardinals. We don't need to rehash that. You would love to have Nolan Arenado, but you need to make it fit.
How about if the flippin' Cardinals trade? I mean, he probably has a no-trade clause in his contract, but how about if the flippin' Cardinals trade him to the Angels because Anthony Rendon never plays?
Okay, let's get back. We're getting veering way off into the things that are never going to happen.
All right, so speaking of that, is Nolan less likely to be a Dodger than this Carlos Correa bullshit coming as a shortstop to LA?
Oh, God. Listen, I've seen people in the chat already bringing up the Carlos Correa thing. I'm going to tell you right now, people who watch my show know we do the grain of salt, meter or whatever. This is all of the salt in the world. There's nothing to this. This is Carlos Baerga, former Major League second baseman, just saying some words in a
but he has broken some stuff. I don't think the Carlos Baerga is breaking news here. That Correa. I mean,
it's an
opinion. The world would have to end for Carlos Correa to become the Los Angeles Dodgers shortstop.
I don't know about that far because, again, there is a need for a shortstop. The Twins never really wanted Correa long-term. I will say people who watch me on my old show know that I was barking for somebody like a Correa a couple years ago because I think you move on past the trash cans. You move on past the BS of 2017. If it's a piece of talent that can help you win a World Series, you go out there and you try to acquire it. But somebody who had a deal with the Giants and it was rejected, somebody who had a deal with the Mets and it was rejected, somebody he had a great year in 2024, but he also only played like 110 games. He's injury prone. He's an injury prone shortstop. We got enough of those in a way with like a Miguel Rojas around, Gavin Lux or whatever. You got enough of those kind of problems, but then you bring in the whole backstory, and I think it's a hard sell for a Dodger front office that's doing everything right now. It's doing everything fans love. To go out and get somebody who cheated, like I said, I don't care. I understand the idea of bringing in talent.
I care. I have a National League championship ring and not a World Series ring from that year. I care. I know a lot of guys in that clubhouse that got completely robbed of certain things. I know Aaron Judge getting robbed of an MVP. Like when we were pissed that Matt Kemp got robbed of the MVP because of Ryan Braun. Yeah, I care. All right, we're moving on. So anyway,
I was going to say it's worth noting players have also moved on from this. I've spoken with players from that 2017 teams who told me, yeah, we thought something a little nefarious was going on, and also they've kissed and made up. They've been teammates with players from that 2017 Astros team. At some point, you move on. Astros found a loophole and really went hard in the paint, taking advantage of it. And they were pieces of shit, but still, at least they were punished